All right, we're going to do Four on the Floor now.
Oh.
And Four on the Floor is also brought to you by Citywide Banks. We love Citywide Banks. Four on the Floor, 4 questions. We each take 30 seconds to answer. You hear the ding, quiet. All right? First question. All right, Wood. One free agent the Broncos should go after. They've got a little money left. They just lost Mitch Unrein and Jacob Tamme today, a defensive lineman and a tight end. They got to fill those holes. They can fill some through the draft, but not all. Who should they go after?
They should go after that tight end that was at Seattle last year. What was his name?
Tony Moeaki.
I trust you so much that you put research into it that I'm going. They should go get him to replace Tamme.
All right, and I do believe they need to go pick up another tight end, but I think it's even more important that they find another defensive end. And I think, although the Packers are probably going to bring him back, I think you can get B.J. Raji for a really inexpensive sum right now. He didn't play almost all last year because of an injury, and the Packers were thinking of letting him go.
He's a nose tackle, though.
He can play both nose tackle and defensive end. He can play all along the defensive line. I think they need to take a look at him. Would Kentucky make the playoffs in the NBA's Eastern Conference? You want me to go first?
I'll take this real quick because I was stunned that Las Vegas would make the Knicks a 15-point favorite over Kentucky playing NBA rules. And I thought, no, I'm not sure about that. I think that Kentucky's deeper and probably's got a lot more better players. No, it's a different game.
Yeah, I'm not stunned by that at all. I think every NBA team would kill Kentucky on 99 times out of 100. We're talking about a team of pros versus a team of college kids. They're talented college kids, but their best player is 19 years old.
Yeah,
really,
they're
19
freshmen,
against adults. Anybody who ever brings up the fact or the alleged fact that a college team can beat a pro team, you don't know what you're talking about. It doesn't work that way. All right, next. Will Jim Boeheim get back to the Final Four before he retires? He announced his retirement in 3 years.
No, not at all. No. I think he should have resigned now. But here's why he's not going to. And he had one of his worst teams this year. He's staying around, so it'll be 40 years. That's a round number. But there's no recruit that's going to go there knowing he's going to be gone in 3 years, even though there are a lot of one and done. But that program's in transition. Boeheim, and it's not going to. Who's going to recruit? They're losing 12 scholarships. There's not a way in hell or in Syracuse, New York, that the Orange Men get back to the Final Four.
Yeah. I'm not a fan of Jim Boeheim. I think he also should be gone, and I think the school should make the move on him, not let him resign. These violations that he's being found doing, they've gone back a decade.
Yeah.
And a lot of them are major violations. This guy's a cheater. I don't like him. I don't think he's a very good coach either, and I think Syracuse should move on now. And you're right, it's going to be hard to recruit when he's already announced his retirement.
Yeah, and no scholarships.
Yeah.
Really.
Final question. You like the ballpark hot dog, or do you go for the bratwurst?
In 1982, I went to the St. Louis-Milwaukee World Series. And I had grown up in the South, and bratwurst was not big in the South. And I had my first bratwurst in Milwaukee, and I've been a bratwurst guy ever since. What's the name of the bratwurst out of Wisconsin?
Oh.
That is the greatest bratwurst
gosh.
in the world. And you soak them in beer, you boil them in beer for a while, and then you put them on the grill.
Oh, I
That's
know it.
terrible.
I used to eat them all the time.
They should be a sponsor of us.
And not only that, when you bite into a brat, you get that squirt. You get that squirt. And it's a little spicy, so it's got a little kick to it. Oh, it's driving me crazy. I can't think of the name of the bratwurst. And you put, and you know what you got to put? You don't put regular mustard on bratwurst.
No.
You put the hot or the fancy mustard on bratwurst, and maybe even a little bit of relish too. Really good. Give me a name.
Onion and peppers, maybe.
No, Sticklemine?
No, it's in every King Supers and Safeway.
Geez. No, driving me crazy.
Not anybody.
Google famous bratwurst Milwaukee. All right.
Oh, that's terrible. They were a sponsor of mine for a little while. They had a.
All right. Well, that's our Four on the Floor.